Okay, hi, this is Mr. Robinson, and this is part 2 of the Photoshop logo tutorial. We're going to do a few more things to our logo, and then we're going to save it as a JPEG image so we can use it in other applications. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my monkey and my pizza slice a little bit because they don't really feel centered. So I'm going to select the pizza slice, and I'm going to move it up a little bit, and choose the monkey and move him up a little bit as well. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and crop this because there's a lot of kind of blank space on here, and I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the crop tool, which is right here. Okay, and I'm basically just going to draw a box around the part that I want to keep. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose that and hit enter. Okay, and now it's much better looking logo, I think. And again, you can always make little changes to each layer if you think it needs to be moved over slightly, or if you need to zoom in, you hit Control plus. That will zoom you in. And for instance, if I'm moving my logo, it allows me to make more precise adjustments the further that I zoom in. Control minus is zoom out. Okay, that looks about right in terms of centering. The one thing I'd like to do here is get rid of this little white bit on the pizza slice. I guess when I was doing the quick select tool, it didn't really select this. So I'm going to choose the pizza slice and then choose the eraser icon right here. You need to make sure you choose the size. If you choose it too big, it's going to be too imprecise. If it's too small, it's going to be a lot of work. So let's choose about 14. That looks about right. So I'm going to go ahead and just basically go ahead and erase those white bits from the pizza slice. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but as close as you can make it. Okay, so that worked. So basically, I'm happy with my logo now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and save this as a JPEG. Around the monkey there's a slight bit of white, I guess, but that's really hard to see, and I don't think that's a big deal. So at least for this example, we'll just kind of leave that. We won't worry about that. So let's go ahead and save this now as a JPEG. Right now it's just a Photoshop file. Okay, if we save it, and we are going to save it as a Photoshop file. We're going to save it two different ways. Once as a Photoshop file and once as a JPEG, which is an image file. Okay, so let's start out by saving it as a Photoshop file. So I go to File, Save As. Okay, obviously you can save it wherever you want. I'll just save it on the desktop for right now. I'm going to go ahead and call it Pizza Monkey Logo. Okay. And again, you can see format is Photoshop. So I'll go ahead and click on Save and then OK. And I'll go ahead and save it. What that does is that way, if I need to come back and edit this logo, I can do it. Okay. Once I save this as an image file, I can't get to the individual layers and things. So if I'm going to want to come back and edit layers and do a bunch of different things like that, I need to save it as a Photoshop file. So I already did that, so that's good. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and save it as an image file. So I'm going to go to Save As. This time I'm going to, instead of Photoshop, I'm going to choose JPEG. Okay, so I'm going to click on Save, and I'm going to choose the maximum image quality and size. So I'm going to click OK. So now I've saved it as a JPEG image as well, which I could use in any other sort of application, which is going to be very useful. So okay, so that's basically it for right now. I hope that proved helpful to you, and that's it. Thanks.